Okay, guys. I previously started this video, but then my wife called. So anyway, uh, so my son and his group got to play last night. His friends, a couple of his friends, and from the previous session, we're finishing up Darkness at Runegate. From the previous session, um, there was a sole survivor because he could run and the brew couldn't. And he gets to town, goes to the longhouse, talks to the guards. Hey, we found the healer. We followed out to her place. She's doing, weirdo, chaos magic. Is there a brew there? Um, we had a skirmish. I'm assuming my guys are dead. We need to get folks together and get back out there now because if we wait, what's going to happen? So the guard goes, gets Danikos. Danikos comes out. He gives a spiel again. Danikos says, yeah, we should probably go out now. And he sends one of his guards to go get a couple of the two Hamakti NPCs. Because one, it would make sense. And two, they got so wiped last time, I figured they would need the help. They didn't though. But so my son and his friend who died rolled up new characters, and my son rolled up. He wanted to go heavy fighter, so Yamalian, and I don't know if he convinced his friend to, or if just in conversation came up. So his friend is also Yamalian. So we got a pair of Yamalians. One occupation warrior, the other occupation noble. My son's a noble, so he's thinking like he's an officer in the Yamalian guard kind of thing. He's more like a squad leader, but so we're working that kind of issue. So we just had them there at Runegate in the Longhouse as a guest of Danikos, and so they hear this stuff going on, so they get up and okay, let's go, let's get them, let's get rid of this chaos stuff. So they armor up, and the two Humakti show up, and off they go. So by the time they get back to the chaos spot, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And while I was thinking about this, I didn't really think about the slinger, the hunter, having been up all night, having run back and forth from the chaos spot going three times now. So I should have had some kind of fatigue factor on him, but I wasn't really thinking about that at the time. Okay, they show up, and I should have had them pre-buff earlier, like, okay, it's around the corner. I didn't know if the brew were there. They could have prepped, though, just in case there were brew there. But what I had happen is they come up on the circle, they get the nausea thing where if you make a constitution roll, you're minus 20%. Danikos missed his, by the way. And so did the slinger again. And so did Joe, who was the shaman before, but now he's the Yamalian. And so there's a handful of guys at minus 20. And then Danikos and the Hamakti start buffing up. And since they're disengaged, I could have rolled all their buffs, meaning going over the 12 segments of a strike rank round, right? Or 12 strike ranks of a melee round. Because the Hamakti are throwing Blade Sharp 4. And, they got, 2 or 3 on their deck strike rank. So they can't do more than one around. But if I rolled all 3 of them, it would have been like 17 strike ranks for one Hamakti, 13, I think, for Danikos. So, I could have done that thing, unless I had the 5 strike ranks in between for readying a new spell. But if your foci are out, because you're throwing, Blade Sharp and Strength, you really need an extra 5 strike ranks to ready it. It's right there. I'm not sure about that. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, so, well, they're buffing. My son's Yamalio. He's got a size of like 15 or 16 and a dexterity up there too. So he's got a melee strike rank of 2. And he's got the pike. strike rank 0. And when he throws Blade Sharp 2 on that thing, he hits 100%. So he's striking at 2 and 4. Holy cow. He's got this thing in his head about hitting fast and hitting often. Which is a good tactic. But anyway, so he barrels out. I probably should have had one of the brew keeping an eye out since somebody did get away. But I rolled a reaction for the Malia Priestess Shaman. She's got a fetch, which I completely forgot about. I did a reaction roll for her. She is splitting. So she and Arza, the female brew, go through the dead characters and the dead brew's stuff to get things of value. And they take all their stuff, throw it in the wagon. They chop up the bodies, and the brew start eating. All any other ogre, the wagon driver. Then she says that she needs to get back to town, but she's split. She's gone. And I was debating back and forth on, okay, it does say that she'll surrender anything to keep her alive, kind of deal. But she knows one of the guys got away. She's assuming they'll come back with guards or something, right? And so she's splitting, but she is a powerhouse. She could have not wiped. She wouldn't have wiped the party, but she would have put some hurting on a bunch of them if she went all blender on them like she did with the Shalana Roy Priestess. Although she didn't really have to go blender on her. All she did was pull her claws out. The claws and strength and a handful of other spells that she's got. Plus her fetch, who can cast spells for her. Yeah, she could have done a whole lot of damage fairly quickly if I had left her. Probably should have. Because with the extra Makti and the other two heavy fighters now, it would have made a better fight for them. But I didn't. She split. So the brewer sitting around the bonfire's out, burned down now. So they're sitting around a fire, munching on player legs. And the party comes up. Exchange those, like I mentioned, and then he beats out. So he goes to the first one, which happens to be the female brew who's got the 6-point skin. So the slinger. So slings a stone. Had to have been. There's something else happens at the very beginning of the first melee round. So the brew know there's something up. So 5 strike ranks, surprise reaction kind of thing. 5 strike ranks to get up. So on strike rank 10, they are up. Well, after getting up, they're drawing weapons. So by strike rank 10, they've got weapons stuff. The charge attack on the female brew hit. I don't remember if it was a special or not, but it was a significant hit. Got her in the leg and put her leg down to -2. But he did so much damage that he thought she should have been dead. And everybody's talking about, why is she not bleeding out? That kind of thing. All during the combat, they're making these comments. But anyway, so she goes down. She's got her rapier out. Probably should have had both out, now that I think about it. But I did one at a time. She's got her rapier out, and now she's parrying. That's what it was. She did a parry on the attack. So the rapier goes down by 1 point, and she took a bunch of damage in the leg. That thing stopped 10. Plus, we're 6 skin, plus she's wearing like Kerbal or something. So she does the block. Takes enough to put her down though. So her next thing is she's got to heal 6. She's going to heal 6 on her leg so she can get back up. But she's also drawing her other sword, so she's got 2 to parry with. But all through this combat, I had problems keeping track of everybody. I don't know what was up with my setup, but I know there were brew who didn't get a chance to attack that should have. Because she parried twice and never got attacked. She did get a chance to cast her spell, but she missed it. It was like a 91. Yeah, I'm not sure what all went on with that. But she got hit again with a critical strike, but he didn't roll that great of a damage. And I've been toying with going back to RQ2 max damage plus roll damage for impales. Freaking pike is 2d6 plus 1. That's 13 points of damage. And then there's that whole critical attack does max damage, max special damage. I don't like that feel. So I usually roll any roll fairly poor, but critical attacks bypass armor, right? Does that bypass 6-point skin or protection or shield? Because if you look at the concept of the armor isn't encasing. So critical hit is those spots where you're not being covered by the armor. That makes sense to me. But magic protection and 6-point skin, you don't bypass that. It's always there. So I don't know. I lit a bypass. Probably shouldn't have. But yeah, I probably should let him do the max plus rolled since he rolled so poorly. But that's what happens sometimes. We're messing with the rules, trying to figure things out. So anyway, he does do a critical hit on her somewhere, another parry kind of thing. So lots of damage gets through. I think it's a third hit on her, or maybe the crit was to her head, but it was enough that she got a chance to try and cast her spell, wasn't successful, and then went unconscious, dying. Brew moving around, so there's multiple attacks on a couple of people. I wasn't really keeping track of parries. Probably should have, because I don't think because people were missing their chance to attack. Somebody got a fumble, and we fumbled the spell. And I could have swore there was a spell fumble chart somewhere, but I couldn't find one. So I just used the missile chart, which is the combat chart. He lost a D3 worth of attacks and parries. Some kind of confusion kind of thing. Made sense. Works out. But that was on a female Umakti, and then she got a special on his abdomen, hacked him down. She did get her Blade Sharp 4 up, and she was going to go for her strength, but at that point, 3 of the 5 brew were down. There's really no need for that. And then her brother, who missed rolling his Blade Sharp twice now, is just kind of standing back waiting. Is anybody going to make a break for it? I'll go after them. The hunter with the sling, who's at minus 20, is just kind of casting speed art, and he missed the first one, I think it was, but he made the second one, so he's just kind of hanging back there with that speed art, waiting for somebody else who's going to break, and he's going to sling at them. Danikos did run up, so he's engaging another guy. There's some slow throws, but all that's left now are the 2 minions, so quack, 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 they're down. Combat actually went pretty fast, but it went slow because I'm trying to track down what's going on. Oh, the 2 minions. Everybody's down except for the 2 minions. They're the Witsand, so they inspire with hate life, which I'm kind of thinking they probably maybe should have done early on. I'm still trying to mess with. I try not to invoke passions unless the players invoke passions, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, they did. One made it, one didn't, and then they cast their rune magic, cause shoot, I forgot what it's called, but it's the disease that decreases your strength. And they both cast it on the guy they were fighting, which is the 2 Yamalians. One guy missed his, the other guy made his. So the guy who missed once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So he's got a terminal case Oh, the wasting disease. That's it. Wasting disease. He loses a point of strength, and oh, dude, you're not feeling well. And so he rummaged through the bodies. Okay, make another Constitution times 5 roll. Full round went by, right? uh, and I think he made that one. So now we're only rolling every hour, and at this point they're going, okay, we need to do treat disease on this guy, take care of him because he's gonna die on us. And during that hour, while William's taking care of him, the others are throwing bodies into the fire, ransacking them, and looking for stuff. Because my son's a player, right? And he wants the stuff that his previous character had because he had some pretty nifty stuff, but it was good stuff, so she took it. He was really upset about that. Anyway, so he's looking for that. Then they find, the female Bruce got power storage crystal. The other ogres got cash and jewelry. But that's pretty much it. When they find the stuff in the wagon, and they decide that they're going to make a little travois and bring what's left of the bodies out of this place, and then burn them properly. But while they're doing all this stuff, they're dealing with brew, so everybody has to make disease save throws. But one of the Hamakti missed one of hers. Everybody else made all theirs. So they take what's left of the bodies out, make little pyres for them, and then head back to town. That's where we ended. Then heading back to town. Interesting play. Again, it was too slow for me. My setup just was not flowing well. I should have had an extra sheet of paper or something with names and strike ranks on it, because I was losing track of people's strike ranks. That's what it was. That's why people missed attacks and stuff, which I know they did. At least one guy once. And then maybe the brew should have had a watch out just in case somebody comes back. That's a good job for a minion, that kind of thing. I probably should have done that, which means they would have been prepared. They would have been buffed up, which give them a better chance of surviving. Because if the female brew has blade sharp on both her weapons, blade sharp 3 on both her weapons, and has protection up. Well, she wouldn't necessarily put protection up yet because she's relying on her skin. But after one of those pike attacks, she would have thrown protection up. And as soon as somebody starts going down, they should start invoking passions, that kind of thing, and it would have gotten more severe. But all in all, things went well. Oh, the one of the Malians was really impressed with the female Hamakti, schwacking the guy in half. Well, wasn't a half, but killed, incapacitated him in one round, kind of thing. So he's asked how cute she was, and the way I do this kind of attraction thing, because we don't have appearance, and appearance doesn't really matter. I mean, there are plenty of cute people out there that, yeah, they're cute, but you're just not drawn to them. There's an attraction factor involving DNA and smell and all kinds of other stuff. It's not just appearance, right? So I may have talked about this in one of my other videos. I roll 3d6 for an ease or difficulty factor. Everyone generally a difficulty factor, but the higher the number, the easier it is, kind of thing, right? And then I roll a d20 or that times 5 kind of thing as a target number, and depending upon the level of success, gives you that strength of feeling or whatever. And I think for him and her, it was like a 14. Him to her was like a 14, and he rolled not a special but really close. So yeah, she's cute. And then he asked about a return reaction, so I did for her, and it was moderate. So yeah, interesting. So he's flirting with her, she'll flirt back. Anyway, happy game then.